Welcome, dear traveler, to episode 4 of The Night Gordon with Samuel Gordon. Tonight's episode concerns all things strange, unusual, mysterious. What lies beyond the veil, the netherworld, where ordinary folk daren't venture. What lies beyond the horizon, the frontiers of science. What does the future hold? We also travel back through the annals of history to the time of myths and legends. Could they contain half-truths? Truths that still resonate today? One such segment involves Cú Chulainn, a mythical warrior known for his extraordinary prowess in the ancient Irish game of hurling. Tonight's episode is entitled Futureshock, and this is The Night Gordon.
With Samuel Gordon, he forgot that bit. Welcome to me and my show. This is Samuel Gordon of The Night Gordon with Samuel Gordon, and this is my show. Now, before we delve into the show, you may remember last week we were in the darkest of doldrums until we were saved by politician Valanus Stanlott when he agreed to buy a majority stake in the show. This will take effect from next week. For now, Valley has asked a spokesman to say a few words on behalf of the political wing of his political wing. That spokesman has come down with head failure, so I've asked a good friend of mine, Dinny Plippers, to step in and speak on their behalf. Talk, Dinny. Now.
Thank you for having me on, and I'm very grateful for the the invitation, because it was it was certainly took a few years for me to decide about the thing I was talking about, of the because it's certain thing for a certain person in the field where I work, because what I do really has a lot to say, because it's, the reason of that is because it's because, as I was alluding to your producer before you called me on, before we went live on air, because of what I want to talk about today, because it's important, I feel, that to get the point across about, because I feel that in order for people to really understand the meaning of what is important for such things as you yourself, because that is really why we're always here to talk, because it's fundamental.
Well said. Well said. You certainly put it better than. Yeah. Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, certainly. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. No, it was only this once. No, he's not being paid. No. Biscuits, maybe. But, yeah. Bye. Now, over the last week, we have heard reports of strange sightings, mysterious lights, and unusual events. So the theme of our show this week is the strange, be it fact, fiction, science fiction, or science-fict for short. Have you noticed strange lights in the sky? If so, how so? And if not, why not? What have we got tonight, Blennermore?
We have an action-packed show this week, sir. Loads of special and intriguing.
Why have we got Blennermore? Why have we you?
Well, I'm part. As in, I was. It was. I was hired, sir. Picked out of many candidates.
Picked out of one. Yes, I see. What have we got first?
Well, first up, sir, is a scientist whose inventions involve animals, sir.
Yes, I see it here. Yeah, look. Yeah, I see it. Let me do my seeking, in which I wrote myself.
The script I gave you about interviews you sometimes conduct before the show?
Yes, but then I seek into my bit, the best bit. Before the show, I spoke with 7 generations of lassie. Last week I rode a horse, and a couple of weeks before that I had an unsettling encounter with a flea. Like it or not, animals are all around us, and it looks like they are here to stay. Joining me now is an expert in the field. Sea, air, lakes, undergrowth. It's inventor biologist Bob McGoblin. Mr. McGoblin, what are you after doing?
Before we delve into that, let me give you a little context.
I've given the context. Go for it.
Let me just spin off the top of your context and give a little more of my own.
I'm worried you might get dizzy then, or even fall.
I'll be careful. For some time, we have been observing the animal kingdom, and we're not happy with what we're seeing. It's becoming boring. Animals blundering their way into extinction, others acting like utter imbeciles. It's ridiculous.
Like what?
Well, take the panda. It won't even mate. It's totally drab, just black and white. A poor attempt at a bear. They probably ran out of color. Utter failure. The koala is another one. In my opinion, the koala serves no purpose on this earth. Stupid brain, crap teeth, useless. And I could go on.
Please do.
The sea snake. It lives in oceans but can't drink salt water. It can only drink fresh water, but is constantly dehydrated because it refuses to go into lakes and rivers. The stupidity of it all. I mean, what are we supposed to do?
This is emotional for you, isn't it?
Yes, yes, it is. It is. A dog chasing its own tail, a mongoose roaring at a twig, other animals falling out of trees, more fighting their own reflections. They're all just so crap.
Sorry, no crying on my show. So what did you do about it? Quickly!
The birth of this new animal happened by accident as the wind changed direction midway through and ruptured the very fabric of the experiment.
And what have we ended up with?
The resulting animal.
Mr. McGoblin, it's all very well you...
It's Doctor, actually.
It's a doctor? My word, I'm truly taken aback that you could create an animal skilled in the air.
It's not a doctor, I'm a doctor.
Excuse me. You do not raise your voice to me on my show. I raise my voice to me. Only I can raise my voice. Now tell us about the bloody animal.
All right. It's a snargling grumbler. It was born wearing thermal underwear. It has oval heels, will only eat its meals while on stilts, and loves being launched into space. It also has long, spindly legs like an otter.
An otter doesn't have long legs.
I know that, but if it did, this is what it would look like.
I don't like this at all. I think you're playing God, McGoblin.
Excuse me! I take huge umbrage to that remark. To invite me on your show and then accuse me of such heinousness, playing our Lord God Almighty.
Sorry, Mr. McGoblin, a call from your lab.
They wouldn't be calling me at this hour.
The Holy Trinity Labs? Your 12 assistants just rang. Something about a snurgling grumbler escaping? Oh, and here's the bread and wine you requested.
You've said a few too many words there, Blennermore. It's my voice they want to hear. And that was Professor Bob McGoblin running out the door into the night.
I was just relaying a message, sir.
Yes, but look what you did. He ran away from the interview. Let me handle the next one. Who's our next guest?
Our next guest is Norman Panpipe, and he's here to discuss the future of entertainment.
Enough of your words coming out of you, Blennermore. Let me show you how it works. What? Who is he again? Future Man?
No.
Just tell me in as little words as possible so that I can say all the stuff.
In as little words as possible? Panpipe predicting future?
A panpipe? Look, I'll ace it. Blennermore, where's my footstool?
Oh, you told me to throw it out as it didn't agree with your heels, sir. Are your knees still at you?
You threw it out? This is the 1930s, Blennermore. I need a footstool. All right, you're just going to have to introduce my feet to your back.
What, sir?
You threw my footstool away. I need a footstool. Introduce your back to my feet, at least, if you don't want to do it the other way.
Usually, I can direct the flow of the interview and find I'm better able to achieve that above the level of the desk, sir.
Don't be making yourself out to be more important than you are, Blennermore. I'm by far the main one. Now, our next guest on the Night Garden is a rather bizarre one. call him unusual, strange, off-center, a bit of a waste of space, but the show must go on. He's here to talk to us about his predictions for the future. It's Norman Panpipe.
Good night.
Oh, you're finished up already. Fantastic. See how it's done, Blennermore?
No. I was merely wishing you a good night.
Which means that...
By way of a salutation.
I thought it was the other one, the goodbye one. So now we have to let this farce continue. Right. So according to you, let me see. Where is it? You have ideas about the next technological advances which you obtained through years of scientific discovery?
Not exactly. I observe current trends, moods, what's popular with the general public, what they're gravitating towards, and then predict what the next advancements will be.
You're serious? I've never heard such rubbish in all my life. Blennermore, do you have another word for it?
Oh, balderdash.
Fantastic, that's great.
Twaddle.
Yeah, totally excellent.
Hot air, gibberish, claptrap,
all right, calm down, Blennermore.
Sorry, sir.
Now, Panman, can you tell us some of your predictions?
It's Norman.
Bad start. You couldn't even predict what I was going to call you, and I'm sitting directly across from your face.
It's not about proximity. It's about outlooks, moods, interests, that sort of thing.
And you do that by...
Studying them.
And another way of saying that is...
Observing them.
Yes. And another way?
Notice.
You're very bad at saying the word that I want you to say. Two faults I can see in you. You can't predict, and you're no good at knowing what people want you to say.
I don't follow you.
Exactly my point. And I don't follow you either, and I never would. Viewing is the word you were not predicting I was looking for. Viewing.
With all due respect, Mr. Gordon, we should really talk about my prediction.
With no respect, off you go.
Well, I see a time when all people will sit at home watching a box known as a television, and it will become the #1 source of entertainment.
Television. Watching a television. Sitting staring in one direction for hours. Come off it.
Yes, seriously. Broadcast from a TV center somewhere, but much like the way the radio is broadcast today, but visually.
You mean like photovision, if it existed?
I'm not sure. Photovision, I'm not sure what you mean by that. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I see. Moving images.
Oh, now you see, do you? You see. You couldn't see, though, when I was inches from you, and you couldn't say the word viewing when it was the one word I really wanted you to say. Now it's all television and see and other words that mean the same thing that you might have already said or maybe not.
I'm not sure what the question was.
Oh, now you can see our vision.
Envision, sir?
Envision. Thank you, Blennermore.
You're welcome,
and
sir.
Stop moving. It hurts my heels.
Oh, I'm so sorry, sir.
I am sorry to subject you to this silly facade, folks. Mr. Pied Piper here is nothing more than a fraud, and I bid him good night, the goodbye one. There's a door, if you can see it.
I do beg your pardon. I have never been so insulted in all of my life.
Beg all you want, sport, but you're not pulling the wool over my eyes here on The Night Garden with Samuel Gordon. You can come up now, Glenn. And don't be huffing and puffing about it.
Just looking at the paper here, sir, and it says that,
Look at me when you're reading the paper, Blennermore.
But, sir, I need to read the
And then look at the paper when you're telling me what it says.
But it would be far easier if I could read.
I wanted the opposite way around this time. Thank you.
Oh, of course, sir. It says that Mr. Panpipe's research has been commended and utilized by many highly regarded publications, governments, and scholars the length and breadth of this country. He is lauded for a height, sir. Or from a height. Sorry, I just looking up, down. Sorry. He's very well respected.
Now I see. Any chance he'd come back in? Wait a moment. We're hearing reports of... Say something, Blennermore.
Sir? I for one thought...
There isn't time. I'm going to have to cut you off, as there are reports of numerous sightings of strange lights in the sky. We have an eyewitness.
Yeah, well, You see, I heard nothing coming from the sky. And when I looked up to take a look, I saw nothing.
Find someone else, quickly. We need a roving reporter out there now.
Oh, but Dan Spaniel is otherwise engaged.
Anyone else beginning with D?
I believe Duncan Fluff is already there.
Duncan Fluff here. First with all the latest news, but not last with all the firstest news. The town where I am has gained notoriety for a raft of UFO activity.
No way. Fluff completely fluffed these lines like a puff of fluff. We can't afford lapses in ability like that. Goodbye and good luck.
We have Fluff on audio now.
That's completely unfair. You've given me no chance, and you're getting rid of me like a puff of fluff. Getting rid of Fluff like a puff of fluff. I'm worth more than that, Gordon. Worth more than that.
All right, Sonny Jim. Where are you now?
About to come into the studio.
Well, keep abouting until you achieve to come in. You might actually be successful at something tonight.
Why on earth do you want to get rid of me?
It's the most exciting news night of the decade, and you've failed to get any information from anyone.
I'm an investigative journalist, widely respected and sought after. There was a huge explosion up at Haven Forest earlier. Very mysterious. I conducted another series of interviews this afternoon about this strange event. It is epic.
A big explosion? Is that why you look another mess? Your clothes all tattered and torn?
I thought it would build up a rapport with the people who were actually caught up in it, and therefore get a better interview.
And did it?
Only one way to find out.
Play it. Quickly!
Reports coming in are saying that half the forest is missing. Others say it was an explosion. More say that it was something lovely that went really badly wrong. Birds and animals, trees and forestry workers were flung from where they stood. What caused this disaster? Elderly woman, what happened to the forest?
It's... What forest?
A man in a suit is approaching. Excuse me, suited man. What happened here?
Let's see. Erosion? No. Rain? Acid rain? No. Heat? Global warming? Warming? No. Global fluff? Yes, fluff. And dung. Heaps and heaps of dung. Definitely.
I've spied a lumberjack. Now we're talking. You were working close to where the incident occurred. What happened?
Bloody hell, man! I've been working here like for the last 3 seasons, man! And I've just never seen anything like it, bloody hell! The leaves, man! The leaves! They just started turning brown! And then just started falling off the trees, man! It was unbelievable!
Someone's got to know something. Here's a bunch of people. Footballer, what happened here? How are you feeling? Great, I've come in. The boys have been great. I flashed up. I went for the header. Next thing I know, I'm being stretchered off. Great. What flashed up? Great, it was just great. Oh, for God's sake, anyone. Oh, great, another lumberjack. What happened?
Big Rabba couldn't breathe, Grunapi!
Can you speak English?
Oh yes, most certainly. Why?
Well, what happened then?
The Kriegin Graf from Quip Ninabi Fapu!
Oh, useless. Wait, I've spotted a historian. Oh, now we could be flying it.
Flying through time, we now go to see if anything like this has ever happened here before. A big ball of...
Oh, for heaven's sake. You, sir, what did you see and what are you looking for?
Sauce. I'm looking for tomato sauce.
What did you see?
A burger.
Okay, just get lost. This is utterly futile. There's a squirrel. I may as well ask him. Now, what happened?
Come on, Fluff. You know as well as I do when you're relying on squirrel witnesses, you're done for.
It wasn't my fault. They were all just useless. Maybe the big explosion caused them to turn inept.
You had numerous chances, various locations at our expense, I might add, on the biggest news story in years, and you found nothing. You're gone.
But sir, this is my job. This is all I know.
And all I know is that you're not changing my mind. You found nothing. Nothing.
Could I hang on by a ball of wool and just knit my way back in?
The stitches came loose. The cardigan is ruined. It's only good for the tip. There's a dustbin. I suggest you hop in and wait for bin day.
Sir, could we play the first word from each of the interviewees?
No way. I hate first words in isolation.
Please, sir, just indulge me for 1 minute, please, sir.
Okay, but it's coming out of your wages.
Sir?
Just play the flippin' clip.
It's
Bloody
Great.
big.
flying.
Sauce.
It's a bloody great big flying saucer. The cardigan survives. Duncan Fluff
That's
is the
enough.
one.
That's enough. It's a pure bluff and crazy stuff. Saved by a puff of fluff. Let's go to an ad. Some bit of normality at least. It's Benny's Bouncing Balls.
You just poured gravel into a fountain? Maybe you've been trampled by camels. Or are you seeing triple? If all or none of these is you may be suffering. The answer, Benny's Bouncing Balls. They bounce like yesterday's business, and today's, and tomorrow's. They bounce up and down, and round and round. They bounce in corners. They bounce around fridges. Do you have some ground? Benny's Bouncing Balls will bounce on it. They'll bounce on hills, they'll bounce on water, they'll bounce off water and onto you. They'll bounce off you and onto another thing. They bounce everywhere. They bounce nowhere. They bounce. Not convinced? Here is genius creator of Benny's Bouncing Balls, Snap La Flanga.
Oh, yeah, great. They bounce all over the place. They go up and down and wow, oh, yeah, the fun of the fair. Oh, yeah, I love it. They go around and whoa, hey, whoa, hey now. What's this? Whoa, I can't help myself.
And we can't help you either.
I was trying to get away from the madness, but that's made it 5 or 6 times crazier.
7 times, sir. I just checked.
You're not still using the Harriet Belvin Institute of Oddness scale, are you?
The HBIO meter, yes, sir. Very handy for this type of show.
Well, look, we've gone off on bizarre tangents long enough. Let's get back to our usual tangents. Dan Spaniel and Vance Conrad. Come in, Dan. Where are you? Dan? Spaniel? Where are you?
There's a loose cut on the machine.
What?
Not a loose. Well, what's the thing? Like a blister.
A flute?
No, the other thing. Like that. A wasp.
A wasp?
Yes. Come back in a few minutes when we have it lassoed out.
Oh, Jesus. Not as normal as I was hoping for. Right, before he lassoes the wasp, we'll go to... What have we got, Blennermore? It's something normal, for heaven's sake.
Story time with Bill the Brannigan.
Well, a story can't be odd, really, can it? Off we go.
Come in, let you.
Get around the wireless now and let me tell you a tale. Oh, Lord Jesus Almighty, that's way too close altogether. Push back a bit and I'm sure to suffer. Yes. Many moons ago, when the wolf was ripe in Ireland, so much so it was once referred to as Wolfland. The wolves came in all shapes and sizes, mainly wolf-shaped, but they all had their own individual personalities. One such character was Alan Johansson, a wolf who never did anything even remotely interesting. Here now we're going to learn about all the amazing and magical adventures that he doesn't get up to. Alan Johansson was a mediocre wolf of the highest order. He slept and slept for what seemed like seconds. Alan suddenly awoke, but there was nothing there. What was that? Thought Alan mediocrely. That sounded like what may have been an eyes. His eyes were reclosing, then his eyes fully closed. He was asleep. He slept and slept and slept and slept, and slept and slept, and slept and slept. Suddenly, he slept some more. Alan slept. After 2 days, he was awakened by his eyes. They opened. Alan found it very hard to sleep, but his eyes were open. Alan walked. He heard a tree. He heard a leaf too. Then he burped, yawned, and got sick of a mouse. For as well as being a mediocre wolf, Alan was also an ignorant prick. It's Misha Bill O'Branigan. Shlán Awalya. What on earth was that, Blennermore? That was the most nonsensical rubbish I've ever heard in my life. And I work with you every week.
It's just a story, Mr. Gordon.
Yes, and now we're being backed by Val and Standard and have funding to create great content, not outlandish claptrap.
Well, I believe it's entertaining. Sir?
Bring in the regulars. Dan Spaniel, are you ready?
Not quite. The wasp is proving to be more of a handful than we expected. Use the bigger rope, Chester. We're going to need someone on horseback.
Jesus. We'll go to sport. Where are you, Vance Conrad?
Well, I'm in Hayes' Hotel, celebrating a win, Samuel. You join us live at the bar, and we've already said yes about 28 times each, as Tipperary have just won the Hurling All-Ireland. And what a win! That has got to be one of the greatest performances in living memory. And Newport's own Jimmy Butler Coffey at the centre of it. He could go down as Tipperary's greatest hurler yet.
Yeah, but don't forget Tom Simple. They named a stadium after him. Or if they haven't, they should. And if they shouldn't, they should. And if they didn't, they will.
Mikey Maher, back in the 1890s, he captained the Blue and Gold to 3 All-Ireland titles.
Mikey Maher, Tom Simple. They're all great players. But I'm telling you now, none to compare to Billy Lamppost. Who? Billy Lamppost, I'm telling you. Huh? They've tried to eradicate him from history, you see, as they believe that he was bestowed with the skills of Cú Chulainn himself. And Jesus, he didn't want it to be getting out.
Who the hell is that?
I think you might need to shh, Samuel.
Excuse me. Who do you think he is?
I emerged here of my own free will, and now you want to take that will and the freeness of it off me. I'm frankly startled. I'm startled generally. Just a minute now to find to unstartle myself and find my composure. I know I left it around here somewhere. There's now the only footage you'll find of Billy Lamppost is in my head, so I'll try to keep projecting it out for you.
What are you on about? This is nonsense.
As a youngster growing up on Barrack Street,
Barrack Street?
Kenyon Street, also. There's Barrack Street. Just the way you're playing it. Huh? Barrack Street. There's Kenyon Street first, but I don't know the name of the street. Anyway, Billy had a tough time of it, that he was born with a bull mustache and a deaf leg. The other children would call him names like Dirt Lip and Haunted Leg. And Billy with an IE instead of Billy with a Y. But his head. Bastards. And he ran for miles. Instead of jumping on the ground in anger. With his mad leg like that. Jumping around. Somewhere around the silver mines, he fell into a cave. Where it is believed he was met by the spirit of Cú Chulainn himself. And it is said that he bestows upon him the skills.
What skills, mysterious old man?
For one, speed. The fastest player I've ever seen. He'll run the 100 metres whenever he wants. Fastest. He only ever played in one final. Only one final. But his magic was all over. 3 goals, 15 points in play. You get me? Some say that at one stage, he passed the ball back in time to himself. The first half.
What?
Back in time to himself, I'm telling you. Maybe 10 minutes ago, that Billy got punched in the toes. He had to have a laugh. He had to go to see the medical team. I'm telling you now, the medical team, they weren't so good. They were useless. Yes, I said they were useless. You fucking listened to me at all. They put his leg into the thing. His leg, like.
What,
Fucking
what,
thing.
what happened to him? What happened to him?
Huh? He never played again. What happened to him? Never played again. When he learned his career was over, he took the news very hard. He started to drink drinking heavily. Oh, that milk. Yes, that milk was terrible bother. Trouble for him. Huh? And this particular night, he stumbled out of the creamery at 3:30 in the morning. And just away. He ran off. Yes, and he will never see me. Never. No one rightly knows what happened to him.
Yeah, you'll find out what happens with people who don't exist.
You shut up. There's some say he ran under the car. Others say he ran over the car. More say he ran into the car. And ended up living out his days searching for the magical cave. Another theory is that he didn't. Yeah. And some say he ran for 5 days straight. Ran to the end of the earth and fell off the horizon. Others say he followed his dream, bought a few cows, built his farm with his own 2 feet. 2 feet. You get me? Well, one thing's for sure, lads. Whatever they say about Billy Lampus, I'm telling you now, he was one hell of a horser. He said he could run like the wind. I'm telling you. And he was one milky bastard. He says, now, what do you make of that? Huh? I said, what do you make of it? Huh?
Oh, yes,
great,
intriguing, great,
unbelievable.
wonderful,
Wow.
really well, very good,
Wow.
very good. From here where I am, it's to there where you are. On with the show, Samuel.
With the show, yes, I know that. Away from what you just did, Vance. A good dance spaniel is what's called for. Dan, are you ready now? I'm here on the island of Spruce. Known, of course, for strange events, its trees, and its spruce. And it's here that I'm talking with Fulford Blubberbustigan. Here. Fulford is known for hitting deer, but only if they hit him first. Now, Fulford is in the headlines again. This time, he has claimed to have discovered evidence of the one and only Mothman. Fulford, what evidence have you discovered in relation to the Mothman, and why? I was chipping down trees when I broke through a tree into a field of newts, and I thought, hello, here's dinner. Right. Very little to play with there, and almost no mention of the Mothman yet, I notice. I notice differently to you, then. Do you? And what do you notice? What are you noticing? Noticing ground, sky, and talk. Well, is there any chance you could maybe start making the same observations as me? See which is? Such as taking heed of what you're saying in relation to me not understanding it in a way here. How about the Mothman? That would be a start. Mothman currently make up 0% of the population, but we hope to improve on that stat. By finding one? Yes. And have you found one? Yes. And can I see it? Yes. And does yes mean yes? What? You mean with the words I used? Yeah, I mean, yes. Can you take me to where you saw the Mothman? Certainly, yes. Up Creeper Hill and the cave at the top. All right, let's go. All right, folks, we've been pulled by wasps and reached the top in record time, but no sign of any Mothman. Wait, there looks to be a figure at the opening of the cave. Mothman. This is just a man. What makes him Moth?
Would you like a hand climbing up?
We're already up. What's Moth about this situation?
I can tell you the right path to take to get up here perfectly. Especially in the night with a light.
Why do we need this information now? I've just been 2 hours climbing up here. Where's the bloody Mothman?
A little known fact is that this cave contains a map with the exact directions for the optimum route to take. Certainly not to be missed.
That's useless now. We're here. All your points are moot. I'm looking for the Mothman, not some sort of moot man. Moot man. Oh dear Lord, no. Please tell me you've been saying moth wrong and not actually referring to him as a moot man. There is a Mothman, isn't there? Moot man, I'd love to know how to get up here.
Great. Let me show you.
No, it can't be. My whole trip has been a joke. Sorry, folks. The trail of the Mothman has been an absolute disaster. This stupid island with its stupid accents has led me on a wild goose chase. I could have sworn he was saying moth wrong. The Mothman exists as clear as day, but the Mothman is nothing more than an idiotic fantasy. Back to you in the studio. No! 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 Ah!
Everything after the hiss I liked. Thanks, Dan.
The oddness scale has gone up to 9.4, sir.
What the hell were you doing, Dan? The Mothmen don't exist. What were you thinking getting attacked by one? Nothing. He doesn't even have the decency to reply. 9.4 in oddness? That's not acceptable, Blennermore. I'm putting this down to how you've navigated the show. Do you think our new owners will be happy with bizarre, crazy, mad shows? We've got to reel it back in massively with the next segment.
Sir, I think it's a welcome step away from the norm.
One more segment, and it better not be silly madness.
Oh, it's Thrilling Tales.
I know what it is, Blennermore. And it's me that says it. So come with me now, folks, through this creaky old door to the world of Thrilling Tales. Tonight's story is... What is it, Blennermore?
It's called Ice Outpost Zero.
I suppose Zero. Now this tale...
Ice Outpost Zero.
Ice Post Zero tells a tale...
No. Ice Outpost Zero.
Ice Outpost?
Ice Outpost Zero tells the tale of Rick Clayton, a mild-mannered creamery employee who falls into a vat of milk and wakes up 200 years in the future to a world of white. But not the white of milk, the white of something else entirely. And with this fragrant...
Yeah.
In the year 1933, creamery employee Ricky Clayton got smacked by a radioactive slug and fell into a vat of milk. Ricky was part of the excess milk that was discarded into a frozen river. This block of frozen milky ice was part of a shipment of ice being transported to the Antarctic to keep it topped up. 200 years later, Ricky defrosts to a new world.
Who are you?
Ricky Clayton, actually saying it feels wrong.
I just found wine in the snow. Is it yours?
I believe so, yes. It must have broken off during the unfreezing process. Yes, it snapped off my first name, actually. I guess I'm not Ricky anymore. I'm just Rick Clayton from now on. Where am I?
You are 14,000 miles away.
I see. From what?
From everything, you idiot! You are in the Antarctic, the last human outpost of the 22nd century. Only 200.
The 22nd century? What happened to the rest of the 20th and, to a lesser extent, the 21st?
We don't have time for such details and such boring rubbish. As in, we don't have the records of your time. We've just run an analysis on the myth. You have been frozen for 200 years.
And it's disgusting.
Stop thinking it, Santo! You idiot! We have been invaded by an alien race from the planet Mars. They have been using humans for experiments, like lab rats, lab mice, and lab standard guinea pigs,
He's right. They want to have races between us and then above on Mars, and we take off from our planet.
Let me clarify this. You see, they have strengths in us that they do not have, and want to build a hybrid race. ship us off to the planet Mars and help them to defeat their mortal enemy.
This is too much. Can I be refrozen, please?
You must listen, because my voice changes from time to time, but they are highly intelligent, but lack physical prowess. Yes, their muscles are weak, their bones are brittle, and even poor vision. Yeah, vision poor. We could do with your help, but there are only a few hundred humans left, us included, and we launch our mission on Ice Outpost Zero tonight!
Yes, we to rescue our team, including the professor, who has plans to rid the invaders for good. You would not just be saving our team, you idiot, but the future of mankind.
I suppose I don't have much else on. Could I get one of those snowsuits? They look the bee's knees, and I'm freezing my ghoulies off.
How can you move so fast through the snow when your character is so boring? How can you see where you're going?
I've been frozen in milk for 200 years. I'm used to looking through a white environment. I know that calcium has strengthened my bones, muscles, teeth. I'm also seeing much further than I think is reasonably fair. I feel almost superhuman.
Well, be careful! You heard him laugh a minute ago. We laugh uncontrollably. Our voices change. And you must also save some of the killing for us.
Killing?
It is the worst case scenario. You see, Santo, as well as being an idiot, he has an itchy trigger finger. And seeing everyone he has ever loved taken from him cruelly, bloodily, has not helped. Rick, you are their super soldier.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm with you guys. I want to help.
Yes, but if they find out about you and your abilities, they will want you to do their bidding.
I can see the outpost in the distance.
Ah! Let's duck down behind this extra white snowbank. Wick, why are you holding your hands in front of your eyes as though you're using binoculars?
I'm rubbing my eyes. This isn't snow. This is a bank of salt.
Exactly! White in a white environment. No better camouflage. No. So Quinto, what is the plan?
It is simple. We go in, sort of rescue them, and we escape. We get out.
Wow! How did you come up with that?
Remember, many humans have been turned. Look for the signs. Nice and quietly. What does that sign say at the end of the corridor?
It says, to where the humans are being held.
Handy. Still, I might kill some Martians, just to be safe.
Quick! Around this door. I can hear someone coming. Duck down behind this bookcase.
There's someone coming from the other side.
Okay then. Behind this towel.
We're on the glass floor. My voice is changing again.
Right.
Look! There's people below us, Quinto.
Right. Embroil yourselves in the towel. Now, haul to the wall. Stop. There's some kind of ledge. Oh wait. That is not the door we are interested in. Forget about it.
Someone's coming out from behind us. What's going on?
Oh, our interest has suddenly regained in this lodge. Ah, the door is not locked. Let us go inside.
In a vast hall. There's loads of them. They look like...
No time! That is to be revealed at a later date. Santo! Why did you...
It's happening
Why
again!
did you light the match?
He's laughing! It happened! Wick!
A
You are
fire.
changing too!
A fire has begun. Let us take our chances on the corridor.
I told you, Wick, this planet is strange. People turn, they laugh uncontrollably for no reason. Voices change, but there's a few coming straight ahead of us now.
Quick! Hide behind this tray of sandwiches. More are coming from the sandwich direction. Now, quickly, crawl behind this basket of laundry. Now, tiptoe along, holding the basket. The laundry is fresh. We will do well here. It makes us easy to hide.
I don't know what's going on here. Oh, look, they've gone the other way.
That is great. That is good, yeah. The basket face is at an end. Now, to the prison door.
Locked! Double knotted! I will never open it now. I'll shoot it.
No, you idiot. For it will draw attention to us.
It just looks like laces. I can open this. The dexterity. Oh no! Look at these things. They're white plastic holders like you'd see on new clothes. I can break these easily. The arms again. Oh, teeth that time. We're in. Quick, get the prisoners out of here. I'll hold the door open.
Oh, you are so boring. Professor! Pantano, Smolba, quick! This way! We're being attacked from this side, too.
Can I fire now?
Yes, fire at will!
Whoa!
Well, Rick Clayton. What a fine specimen you are. And it's great to finally meet.
You're a slug.
We're high intelligent slugs from Mars. We have been waiting a long time for your arrival.
I only thought out about a half an hour ago, so you weren't waiting that long really now, were you?
We orchestrated this event beginning 200 years ago. Do you remember how you fell into the milk all that time ago?
Yeah, I was slapped by a radioactive slug.
Not just any slug, a Martian slug. We set the wheels in motion centuries ago, knowing that a man encased in the milk for 2 centuries would be our super soldier and ensure victory over our great enemy.
Jesus, I'd love to continue this chat, but there's a fire. It's getting fairly bad, to be honest.
It's a poor excuse. Very poor attempt at getting out of this situation. Luckily, we do not want you for your brain power. Come with us now and shoot off to Mars and prepare for battle like a good human.
Your second in command has just gone up in flames. We've got to go now. Our only option is to jump out the window, or we're all doomed.
Nice try.
Look, you stupid git! Your whole team are on fire! Your general is after exploding! Your slime is ablaze now! You're going to die!
Maybe we might jump after all.
I'll go first. It's nice and soft down here.
Whee!
On the bank of salt.
Mistake was made.
I take everything I say with a pinch of salt. Crento, Santo, wait for me!
After that punchline, you can forget about it. You can make your own way, you boring idiot.
That wasn't not odd at all, in that it was. It was very odd. Utterly bizarre, in fact. How was that supposed to help? What's the Harriet Belvin adding a scale up to now?
Oh God, sir, she's going to blow!
You're trying to ruin me, Blennermore!